Hey everyone, it's Rochelle and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with another video for you guys, and today I'm going to show you guys how I achieved this hair look right here. I'm going to show you guys how I made this wig, how I cut and style her. So yeah, if you guys want to learn how to create this wig and cut and style it, then please continue to watch, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. That way you can be notified when I upload another video. So yeah, let's get it started. Alright, so now that I'm done being extra and doing the most in that intro, let me show you how I made this wig. So today we are working with a 360 frontal, okay you guys? I've never made a 360 wig before. This is my very first time. So with a 360 wig, you're able to wear it in a ponytail. You're able to be a little bit more versatile with the wig, okay? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go in with my water bottle and I'm going to go ahead and wet that hair up. Now I've already bleached the knots on my 360 frontal, so the wig will look a little bit more natural and the knots aren't dark and very obvious. If you're not familiar with bleaching knots, I will just put a video in the description bar down below so you can see what I'm talking about. So now I'm going to go in with my tweezer after I wet the hair. It makes it a lot easier to tweeze the hairline. So this is just going to give the hairline a more realistic look. It's not going to look wiggy and bulky, so that's why we tweeze the hairline. And I'm not going to tweeze like crazy today, so I usually tweeze just behind the hairline. So I don't tweeze a lot from the front because I don't want my frontal wig to look bald and crazy. I'm not going to go super crazy with the tweezing today because I plan on making bangs. And look here, if we're gonna have bangs, ain't nobody care about what that hairline is looking like in the front because ain't nobody gonna see it, okay? And as for the hair that I'm using today, it's from WKWIG. It's their body wave hair, the black hair. This is my first time using the black. I've used the 613 in other videos, so I will link all their info in the description bar down below. Alright, so I'm happy with how this hairline is looking right now, so we are moving right along. And I'm going to use a wig cap, the dome style mesh cap. This is what I use to make all my wigs, and you're going to need some weave thread. And you're going to need a needle. I love using the long weave needles because you get the job done faster with a long hook-like needle. And I'm going to put that wig cap onto my canvas head and put that 360 frontal onto the canvas head. And as you can see, the 360 frontal, it's a little bit big, you guys. My head is 21 inches and it's the same size as my wig head that I use to make my wigs. So my wigs always fit perfectly when I make them. However, I can see that this thing is just a little too big for my head. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a risk and cut this 360 frontal. I've seen someone done this in a YouTube video because I watched some videos on how to make this before I decided to try this my own. So I'm gonna cut it and then pray for me and put it back together, okay? Alright, so I cut the 360 frontal and now I'm gonna sew it back together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start sewing it because I want to make this 360 frontal a little smaller so it can fit my head a little better because it was way too big before. And I'm not sure if they come in different sizes if you get it from another company, but most of the ones that I've seen online, it's literally just one size. But if you guys know if they have them in other sizes, please comment down below and let me know, because I would like to, you know, get into wearing the 360 frontals more, but it just has to fit my head perfectly. Anyways, I'm talking too much. So I'm just going ahead right now and I'm just stitching it together, and I'm just, you know, making sure that the stitch is nice and tight and they won't come undone. Alright, so it is a little smaller. I'm going to go ahead and tie the knot so it doesn't come undone. And now we're going to get into making this wig. So I'm going to put that back onto my canvas head, and it fits a lot better. It's a little bit more snug, so I can tell that it's going to fit my head a lot better now. And I'm just putting my T-pins in just to secure the frontal 360 frontal. And as for the frontal, I did pull it a little bit forward towards my cap, my wig cap. That way I'll give my forehead a nice space. You can pull it down a little bit more forward. I don't like pulling mine down too much because I don't really have a lot of forehead space anyway, so, and I don't want my wig to look weird in the front. Now I'm going to go ahead and start stitching this together. So I already thread my needle and I'm going to go ahead and stitch it basically all the way around. So just follow the steps. There's not really much I can explain to this. It's pretty much the same as sewing down any frontal or closures, you're gonna sew it down onto the cap, except for you're going all the way around. Yeah, so you just want to make sure that your stitching is nice and flat and just go all the way around with this one. So now that we're done sewing the frontal down, we are going to go ahead and cut that excess thread off. So I cut it and then I made a knot, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut that excess lace off as well, because I don't need any of that lace at all. Make sure you don't cut where the stitchings are, because if you do, then you're going to have to sew this frontal back onto your cap again, so be careful when you're cutting. So now I'm going to go in with the hair. I have 3 bundles of hair. However, you do not need this much hair at all. I actually didn't even end up using most of this hair. I actually end up using only 1.5 bundles of hair. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lay down my first track, and I'm gonna go in with my needle and thread and start sewing this. So it's pretty much the same, just like sewing down any other wig video that you've seen me doing. I'm doing the same thing, the same stitch and everything. And I'm gonna also do the fold over method as well. However, the fold over method with this is a little bit tricky, because with the fold over method, just in case if we plan to wear our hair up, you don't want to feel any lumps and bumps in the hair. So you just have to make sure that it's nice and flat, and don't go too high when you're doing the fold over method. So I did like probably 3 or 4 tracks that I fold over, and then I started going straight across. All right, we are almost finished. So once I get closer to the top, you guys, I'm gonna cut the weft. And when I cut the weft, I'm gonna start going straight across. So I won't be doing the fold over method anymore, and I'm just gonna make my stitch nice and flat and just keep going. It's very, very repetitive, and I'm going straight across all the way until we pretty much finish this entire wig. I will say that the 360 frontal wig was a lot faster for me to make than me doing a frontal wig that I usually do. This was a really quick and faster process, I would say. Alright, you guys, so this is pretty much what the finished wig is looking like. You can see that you can put her up in a ponytail. However, in order to do that, you would need some help for someone to, if you're going to glue it down in the back, which I didn't. You definitely would need help with that. And as for the adjustment straps, I don't really know how that would work when you put it up in a ponytail. That's still something I have to figure out. Like I said, this is my first time doing this. And as you can see, I have so much hair left over, so I only use 1.5 bundles of hair. You can use like 2 bundles to make it if you want it to be a little thicker. I almost felt like I wanted to go back in and make it a little thicker. But now I'm going to go ahead and cut off that excess wig cap, because we don't need any of that at all, because when we're going to wear our wigs, you don't want to have your wig cap showing. Like, that's just going to look weird. So we have to cut off that excess wig cap. Make sure you do not cut off the stitchings, because that'll mess you up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try my wig on just to see how it's looking, how it's fitting. Okay, she fits good, and Miss Fame is trying to take my attention. Miss Fame in the background. My camera is always focusing on Miss Fame, so I had to go back in and try to get the camera to focus on me. Alright, so I already have my wig cap on, and I'm gonna do the bald method. That's what it's called, I think. And this is how I apply all my wigs. I do have a very detailed video on how I do this as well, so if this video is not very detailed, I'll just link one in the description bar down below, but it's the same method I always do. So I apply some Got2b free spray onto that cap. The Got2b free spray acts as a glue, and I'm just going to go in with my blow dryer to speed up the drying process. You really don't need to do the blow dryer because it dries pretty fast. I'm just a little impatient. So I'm going to go in with my scissors, and I'm just going to cut little holes through my ear. That's going to help the ball cap to not unravel at the sides, because that's the part I usually have a problem with, but I find that when I cut the little holes through the ear, it's a lot better. And then I'm going to cut off that band off the wig cap as well, around the sides as well. So it's gonna pretty much look like a ball cap. And you guys, to take the wig cap off with Got2b free spray, you just use water. So water takes it off easily, okay? And as for the Got2b free spray, if you don't want to use glue on your wigs, you can also use the Got2b free spray. I do have a video on how I apply my wig glueless as well. I'll link that in the description bar down below. And you guys, as you can see, I do not have cornrows because I don't know how to do cornrows to save my life. Okay, I've seen a million videos and I still don't know how to do it. So I actually have my hair in like a low ponytail situation, and I use a lot of gel to gel down my hair very, very flat. If I could get my hair braided, I would do that instead, because the wig will look a lot more flat. I mean, I can get my hair braided, but I'd have to get someone to do it. Alright, so I'm just trying on my wig just to see how it's looking, and I will say that the lace on this wig is a little bit, just a little bit darker than my skin. I do prefer to use translucent lace because it's more seamless, it looks more natural, but I'm gonna work with this anyways. So I did apply some of my foundation powder onto my wig cap just to make it a little bit darker so it matches my forehead a little bit better. And I'm going to go ahead and use some lace glue. The glue that I'm using is Ghost Bond glue, and I'm just going to apply this all over my forehead and go in with my blow dryer. So you want to wait until it's clear and then apply the lace down. As you can see, you guys, I haven't cut the lace at all as yet. This is how I've been applying my wigs recently, and I really like this method for when you first apply the wig, to apply it like this and then cut the lace. And as you can see, I'm just going in with a comb. It's a rat tail comb. I'm just going to go in with that and just melt that glue down into my lace. And then I'm going to take this razor thingy. I think it's like an eyebrow razor, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start cutting that lace. Be very, very careful when you're doing this, okay, because you don't want to cut your skin. So I'm being extra careful, but I really love how this cuts the lace. Like, I think it cuts it so good, better than using a scissors. One of my subscribers suggested that I should do this, and I tried it, and thank you, girl. Really appreciate this. Yeah, so I'm gonna go in with my scissors just to cut the sides, to cut the ear. And because I want to wear my hair half up, half down, I have to make sure that I cut it like really good. That way I can wear my hair up. And I'm cutting off the excess glue off the back, which I already cut off most of the glue. Not the glue, the excess lace off the back. Yes, sorry about that. I meant excess lace, not glue. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that same lace glue on the sides as well and wait for it to get clear. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull that lace down. And yes, that's all we're doing. And then I'm going to go in with my comb. You guys must have seen me use like 2 or 3 different combs now. I just grab whatever I see in sight, and then I'm gonna go in with that little razor and cut off that excess lace because we don't need that anymore. And I'm just going in with my rat tail comb just to make sure that glue is melted into my lace wig. Oh yeah, and you guys always ask me how long can you wear the wigs for once you glue them down. You can actually wear it for like a week or 2. I never really wear mine for that long though. Like, I usually take them off in a couple days and then reapply them if I want to reapply it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And as for taking off the wigs, I use rubbing alcohol and I apply it all around the wig to take off the glue. It comes off really easy with alcohol. And I literally just did the same thing on the other side. So same thing, apply the glue at the sides and then cut the lace off. And yes, our wig is on. She is not going anywhere. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and part my hair now because I'm gonna go ahead and do my bangs. You guys, I haven't worn bangs in forever. It's been a long time since I've worn bangs. I think I've probably worn bangs maybe twice on my channel, and I got those professionally done, like a professional wig. You know, never did it myself. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna attempt this right now. So I put out the hair in the front that I need, and I'm gonna go in with my scissors, and I start off long, okay, because I don't want to go too short and then screw this up. And yeah, my hair looks crazy. I was really panicking at this moment, you guys, because I was like, wait, why is it looking like that? Isn't it supposed to be a little flat? But yeah, I'm gonna make it flat. So I go in with my blow dryer, and I'm just trying to get that to look nice and flat and not super crazy. And then I'm gonna go in with my flat iron and I'm gonna start curling that under. Okay, and you guys, I know my foundation looks a little crazy. It looks a little yellow orangey situation. I was trying on a new foundation today, okay, so yeah, that's why it looks a little crazy, so don't come for me. Okay, so I'm just trimming off anything, and as you can see, I can put the hair up. I'd have to glue it down in the back for it to look natural, but again, I don't know how to do that myself. I'd need someone to help me to hold the back down while I glue it down, and my little baby hairs are at the back, and I don't want to glue them down anyways. So yeah, I need practice when it comes to a 360 wig. So I'm just gonna go in with my flat iron, and I'm going to go ahead and straighten out this hair. You guys all know how to straighten hair, so we can speed this part up. Alright, so I'm just going to put my bangs out of the way, and I'm going to go ahead and take out some little baby hair. Well, they're not baby hair yet, they're adult hair right now, and I'm gonna cut them into little tiny baby hair. I don't want anything too extra, so I'm just gonna go in with my toothbrush and some Got2b gel and just apply it and make some just tiny little baby hair, nothing too extreme, just to hide the lace. As I mentioned, the lace is darker than my skin, so the baby hair helps to kind of cover that up. So I'm gonna go in with some hair mousse right now, because we're gonna put that hair half up, half down. So I'm gonna go in with my hair mousse, and I apply quite a bit of that. It doesn't make the hair hard and stiff at all, it just helps it to look a lot flatter and neater. And I'm gonna go in with this soft brush. That's what I call it. Is that what it's called, a soft brush? Anyways, I'm gonna go in with that brush, and I'm gonna go in with some Got2b free spray also and apply that. And then I'm gonna take a hair elastic. I'm just making sure that no tracks are showing in the back at all, so I have hair to cover because I don't want the track showing. So I'm gonna go in with a hair elastic, and I'm just gonna apply that hair elastic around my ponytail. I know my part from my bang is not very neat, but I actually end up fixing that later on. I actually repart my bang and put away some of the bangs into my ponytail, but I didn't show that part. So the end result, it look a lot neater. So I'm going to take that ponytail now, and I'm just going to wrap it and make that little high bun. And I'm just going to use a bobby pin to secure that bun into place. Yeah, I know I changed my top. I didn't know what I wanted to wear throughout this video, and I fixed my makeup up as well. So yeah, this is pretty much the completed look. I really love how this turned out. This is my first time making a 360 frontal. I definitely think I need some more practice with this, but I really hope this video was very helpful to you guys and you learned something. So yeah, if you really enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon. I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching and supporting my channel. Bye.